So I wanted to do a really quick video about special interests and the assertion that all Aspies have some kind of special interest um, that they're like supposedly really good at. Um, I don't think this is true. I think this is just kind of a stereotype for the most part. Like, I don't have any kind of thing that I'm really good at necessarily. But I think a more accurate way of saying it would be that people with Asperger syndrome have more of a narrowed range of interests. I think that would be much more accurate in a lot of cases. It's definitely true in my case because there are not really a whole lot of things that I find interesting, but there are a couple, and naturally when I have free time, which unfortunately is becoming increasingly less, whenever I do have free time, I usually spend it engaging in those few interests that I have. So one might think that I'm like really obsessed with, music or music production. That's what I do. People might think that I'm obsessed with it, but that's not true. I just don't have a lot of other things that I'm interested in. Like, I'm not a huge gamer or anything like that. I'm definitely not into sports, and I don't really go to the movies very often. So I spend my free time doing what I like, and, for me it's, dabbling in DJing and music type stuff. But, I'm not necessarily, like, really amazing at it, or even that good at it, to be honest. But it's just something that I'm into, and not into a whole lot of other things. And it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of unfair, kind of a stereotype to say that Aspies are really engaged in like only one thing. It's not necessarily a preoccupation with one thing. It's just the fact that not a lot of other things are interesting. And it's also, I think, kind of a stereotype to say that Aspies have some kind of peculiar or quirky or weird interest that they're into. Like, just from what I've seen, I don't think that's necessarily the case. Like, if you really think about it, like, say if you're an Aspie and you're into something like, how an engine works, or like batteries, or, something like that, I don't think it's that weird. Because if you look at what the average person is into, what sports and television shows and, all that. Honestly, like, which is more ultimately beneficial to mankind? How an engine works, or what the latest sports scores were? So, just something to think about. Like, I don't think that Aspies necessarily have weird or peculiar or strange interests. Maybe weird in the sense that most neurotypicals are not into it, but that doesn't make it odd or strange. A lot of the things that I've seen that Aspies are into are actually quite beneficial to society and things of that nature. So, I just wanted to come on and kind of clear that up and, kind of dispel some of the stereotypes as far as special interests are concerned, because a lot of it isn't true. Maybe it's true in some cases, but to me, when I look at it, I don't think it's weird at all.